So we've drawn up our side panel of our birdhouse. Again, one of the benefits of CAD is that we only actually need to draw it once, and we can, when we come to assemble it, we just use the same part twice. So we're now going to move on to the front part of our birdhouse itself. So again, just before we do that, we're going to rename that original one, call it side, and then we're going to create a new part. So click on the plus, new part studio. Again, I'm actually going to rename it as we go, so this is going to be the front. And again, as ever, start off with a sketch. I'm going to select the right work plane now, just to be different. I'm going to draw it square on as well. And again, I'm going to select the centre point rectangle. I find it a lot easier. Start in the origin and then drag out the shape. This time, again, width is still going to be 140mm because that was the thickness of our wood. And then we're going to dimension the front 200mm to start with. Once we're happy with that basic sketch, click on the tick. We're then going to extrude that. So again, I'll just draw it so you can see it extruding. Extrude that sketch by selecting the bit we want to extrude. Again, it automatically does it at 25, so we've got to change that to 20. And we've got the basics. Once we've done that, we're going to put the hole for our birdhouse on the front. So again, create a new sketch, select that front plane. Again, very similar to like the other one. So again, use centre point circle. Again, I'm going to hover over that top line, so I'm not pressing any mouse buttons. Wait till the square appears. That's the midpoint of that line. Drag my mouse down so it knows that I want to draw a circle on the midpoint, and then roughly about that distance from the top. We're then going to redimension that to 30mm, and then we're going to put a dimension from the very top edge to the centre of our circle, and we want that to be 50mm. So that's all we need to dimension. It's already in the middle, so we're happy with that. Click on the tick, and then we're going to extrude, remove that material. So again, select remove. Zoom in a little bit, select the inside of the circle, because otherwise it'll try and remove everything outside. So select the inside, so only the circle's done. And again, we're going to click on the little arrow next to blind and just do through all, so we don't have to worry about the dimensions, and we've got our basic shape. Okay, the next thing we need to do is the front part. If you remember, sorry, the top part of our birdhouse actually had a sloping angle to match the sides. So a couple of ways we could do this. We could actually draw that on as a sketch on the side and extrude it through, or we could use as a chamfer function up the top. So I'm going to try this chamfer function first of all. So you see, I don't need to go into sketch because it's in the features thing, so I'm going to select the chamfer function. I'm going to select this front edge here. At the moment, you can see it's set to an equal distance. That says it's 5mm in from the edge, 5mm back. Well, we don't want that. We want a select on, so we can see, you can click on that little arrow. I can either put in two distances, so if I knew what this front distance is, I could actually say, well, I want it to all the way back, which would be 20. Oh, other way around, sorry. Leave that, oh, leave that 5. So again, that would be 20 on that, so you can see it goes there. If I knew how far down that was, I could measure it off my work, but I don't have it. I'm going to show you, we could do it that way to create that angle. But I'm going to actually do it a slightly different way. So it says a distance and an angle. So, again, distance-wise, we know it wants to be 20mm back. However, what we don't want is it to be 45 degrees. Our angle wasn't quite 45 degrees. So what we need to do, we can actually go into our other drawing. So, don't have to finish this yet. I'm going to just click on the side section, and I can actually find out the angle. So down the bottom corner, we've got a tape measure tool, so I can actually select that back edge, that front edge, and you'll see down the bottom here, I know that angle is now, as it's marked on there, is 17.23. So I'm actually going to, try that again. So again, you'll see they've rounded it up. Again, doesn't make a difference that, but that distance is 70.346167. You could do it decimal place, it won't do it as that. So 70.35 is what we'll stick with. That's good enough. So again, we'll go back to our original drawing, and this time we just need to change that to 70.35, and hopefully that will update that. And you'll see it's then put it at the correct angle, just using that simple function there. So again, that's that front section done and completed.